So with this problem, we're going to again express a series in sigma notation. The difference here is that though it's a finite series, we're not sure how many terms are in this series. So we start here with a sub 1, the first term, and then we go a sub 2, a sub 3, but then we have an uncertain number here in the middle, and we're going to call this a sub n. So it's fairly easy to discern that we're increasing by 2, that this is going to be an arithmetic sequence here, or series, because we're adding. And we know that the explicit formula is a sub n is equal to the first term plus the common difference times n minus 1, if we're interested in that formula. So our common difference we know is just by taking the second term and subtracting from it the first term. We see that it is changing by 2 each time. So our common difference here will be 2. And the first term is going to be positive 8, so we can plug that in as well. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we don't know what this number n is. However, we do know what the term is, 24. So we can substitute 24 for a sub n, leaving us with just one variable to solve for, and that can tell us how many terms are in this series. So we'll substitute in 24 for a sub n, and now just use order of operations to solve for the one lone variable. Let's go ahead and distribute this in, giving us 24 is equal to 8 plus 2 times n, which is 2n, and 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. And now I can combine like terms on this side to simplify the right-hand side. 24 is equal to 6 plus 2n. And now the goal is to get n by itself. So we need to remove the 6 and then get rid of this 2. So we'll subtract 6 from both sides. And that's going to give me 18 is equal to 2n. And then finally divide by 2 to give me 9 is equal to n. So now I know that this is a sub 9, or the 9th term. And that's going to help us here with knowing how far to go with sigma notation. Well, we've already solved here as we simplified on this side. Here 8 plus 2 times n minus 1 is our formula. So we have, this here is our formula for a sub n. We can call this a sub n, or our explicit formula. So we can write this as sigma notation here, the sum of 2n plus 6. And we're starting from 1 and going to 9. So starting from 1, and there's 9 terms here, and going to 9. And we can check our work when we plug in. First off, this will be our answer. We would just check our work then and say, well, when we plug in 1 here, we get 2 times 1 plus 6, which is 8 for the first term. And then if we continue on with that pattern, if we plug in 2, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, which is the second term, and so forth.